I'm Bob Herendeen. I'm a grateful fellow at the Gund and a commissioner at Burlington Electric. And I want to acknowledge right up front the help of three students who are sitting in the audience today. Thank you, Dan, Nicole, and MJ. Magic word is carrying capacity. I'll return to that. Burlington Electric has gone beyond its renewability commitment to include other energies, and that's a trial balloon that hasn't yet really flown, and also to become more local in where it gets its energy. Why is that an issue? One reason is that right now the reach is quite large. I've only indicated some of the sources of our electricity. The green is the forest product in the wood-burning power plant. I haven't shown a local hydro plant, but I have shown a wind farm, for example, on the coast of Maine. We have some in Vermont, and I've shown hydro facilities, Niagara Falls, and even northern Quebec, 600 kilometers away. We are drawing on those sources for some of our electric energy. In particular, I'm interested in Hydro-Quebec because I'm a canoeist, and I know most of the yellow bodies up there, which are reservoirs or modified lakes, have been modified. Rivers that ran down to James Bay now don't. There's some extra stuff on the map too, which I'm not going to refer to. But Hydro-Quebec is a huge operation, so how much of that are we responsible for? Well, I tried to indicate with that little red dot, but that's even too much. Literally, we use very, very little of Hydro-Quebec's energy. And so in the allocation game, maybe we don't want to count it, or maybe we do. But in any case, right now, we should know that we reached that far for electricity, part of it. The little green trees indicate sites from which wood chips came for the McNeil wood-burning power plant in the year 2014. The little trees don't indicate how much was coming from them. If you do add up how much came, about 10,000 acres were used that year to provide the wood for the plant, which provides about 40% of our electricity. And that 10,000 acres is about 1/6 of 1% of the area of Vermont, which doesn't sound very large, but we know that you can't take chips off the same acreage every year. You must wait for regeneration. Forest regeneration or rotation age is measured in many decades. I put in a very rough rotation age of 50 years here, and it says 8.1% of the state would be required to support the McNeil plant. Here's an example of that on the map. The little black square is the 1-year use, and the yellow is the 50-year rotation, sustainable and renewable requirement. This is very rough, and I should say a good study has been done on this at the Gund several years ago, which came up with the idea that McNeil, maybe 2 or 3 of those could be supported on a sustainable basis from the forest in Vermont. So that's one case where we actually have a large impact if we allocate it only to the state. The question of solar in Burlington, we can ask the same questions. It's no surprise because Burlington is dense that we need a large part of our area here if we were going to go 100% solar in Burlington. On the state basis, not so bad, 0.5%, but today's technology, we would need something like 5 to 19% of the area of Burlington, depending on how you count it. And right now, the rooftop potential in the city is only 0.6 of 1%. So we're definitely going to reach beyond Burlington city boundary if we're going solar. These radii which are shown are schematic because we haven't yet evaluated how much we can get within those. The inner one is 10 miles, the bigger one is 50 miles. That's the sort of thing we're asking as we draw in the support for the energy system, the electric energy system in Burlington. How close can we get? Sustainability has led us to the idea that renewable is a good deal. And I think maybe it's actually taken our attention off the idea that even solar panels require area. When we talk about going local, it returns us to the idea of footprint, imprint, and carrying capacity of us in this green state and this green city.